Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Let me tell you something. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm even out there on Instagram, but it's up to you. But make sure you leave a donation for that fried rice and chicken wings, man. The campaign to strip Gervonta Davis of his WBA title gained steam. I mean, this shit is like chew, going the wrong direction when it comes to Gervonta Davis and what he's going to want. Hey, look, the man got hit. That whole round was a bad round for him. But he got hit bing with a right hand and bing with a couple jabs. The right hand gave him some issues with his one eye. The jabs gave him some issues. So the right hand hit him in the left eye. The jabs hit him in the right eye. That gave him problems. He took a knee because, what it sounds like, and from watching it, maybe he had some issues with his vision, but also because Lamont Roach was on his backside that whole round. So you can't take a timeout in boxing, so what does he do? Takes a knee to regroup, jumps up real quick, darts to the corner, they wipe him off, creates chaos in the ring. Everyone's confused. Even Lamont Roach said he knew that the referee should keep counting, but he's wondering, what the hell is going on here? Had us at home confused, but now that the dust is settled and everyone can think rationally, what should have happened is that should have been declared a 10-8 round, okay? Now, in the world of boxing, taking a knee is very significant. When you see a fighter take a knee, man, it's because something's not going right, okay? And that's governed by specific rules. Now, these rules go back, to the Marquis of Queensberry rules established in the 19th century. And that's to just ensure that a fighter is being safe and there's fair play, okay? So this rule, I heard somebody say the other day, there's no rule for that in boxing if he voluntarily takes a knee. If he does that, he's not hurt. Why make it a 10-8 round? He didn't get hurt. First of all, Mick Nicholas, stop the seagull action, flying in, dropping bullshit off in the comments, unless you at least have done some research, right? You don't have to be hurt to go and take a knee. But the bottom line is if your knee touches that canvas, that's a 10-8 round. And this is where you're looking at the WBA. I mean, they have to do something. This isn't a gray area, okay? There's no such thing as a tactical timeout to take a voluntary break. Like, you can't do that. But I want to see if the secret society is going to be in full effect. Okay? Because Steve Willis, I still like Steve Willis as a referee. But maybe a little secret society got to my boy too. But I like Steve Willis. When Gervonta Davis took a knee, 10-8 round, Lamont Roach would win the fight. When Gervonta Davis turned his back, referee should immediately stop the fight. Lamont Roach wins the fight. When he goes to his corner and his corner gets up on the canvas and climbs up to the ring and the canvas and they're wiping Gervonta off, that should have been a disqualification. Lamont Roach wins the fight. So there's three opportunities missed that would have awarded the win and the belt to Lamont Roach and would have afforded him an opportunity to fight Gervonta Davis in a rematch as the champion to make millions more. But some people are going to sit here and say that Lamont Roach didn't deserve the win, and all is good. No, it's not, because there's a firestorm that's been created as a result of what transpired. Now, you notice Gervonta Davis ain't on Twitter. Gervonta Davis isn't talking. Ever since March 1st when the match took place, he had nothing to say. He's always on Twitter. He always has something to say. He's always in the middle of some controversy surrounding his fights, especially because he's always ends up knocking somebody out. He's always there. He'll have nothing to say. There's a reason for that. And I'm going to tell you, because I think when it comes to Gervonta Davis and touching that canvas, I just think he knows that he's already being heavily criticized and he doesn't want to add fuel to the fire because there's nothing he can say that's going to be right. He know he dodged the bullet. But it seems like that bullet may have a mind of its own. And it may be, changing course and coming back his way. and he may have to dodge that bullet twice. And that what I mean by that is the WBA could be coming at him and say, you know what, we got to do the right thing here. And in my opinion, if you ask me, the right thing to do is to give Lamont Roach the victory. And I know people are concerned, well, this is going to set a precedence. Other fighters are going to take a knee, and they're going to be like, well, Gervonta Davis got away with it. Man, hold your horses and let's not take it to the stupid. There may be some who try that, but for the most part, fighters know what time it is. But what I will say, man, is I think there's a huge debate about the interpretation and application of boxing rules. And again, the secret society is in full effect. It's just a conversation. You know, I still think Steve Willis is a great referee. I just think, like us, I think Steve Willis started to count, but then got confused. I think he didn't. I think he's watching and seeing Gervonta Davis obviously didn't look hurt, but he couldn't process what was going on. I'm sure that's what happened with Steve Willis, and I'm not here to give him the benefit of the doubt and slam Harvey Dock and slam Jack Reese. What I'm saying is, with Harvey Dock and Jack Reese, there was no ambiguity there with the shit that those guys have done. Okay? None at all. You can see that, hey, there's some bias here. There's some bullshit going on. With the referee, Steve Willis, you can see he started counting, and then he probably realized that, whoa, I'm making a mistake, but his knee touched the camera. Well, damn, he ran to the corner. They're wiping his hair. That it's so much to process. I think he got overwhelmed and gave Gervonta the benefit of the doubt. And for a minute, he had a brain fart. That's what I think. But the bottom line is, man, if you take a knee, the referee don't give you that damn 8 count, there's a problem. There's a problem. But I just think, in my opinion, there just needs to be very clear, and the rules need to be clear, and the interpretation of the rules, maybe they need to be, re-emphasized for referees, fighters, corners, everyone to really understand, because you can't have hiccups like this, because the rules need to be consistently applied when it comes to boxing, and not just in big fights, but just across the board, but especially in big fights. But you got to understand, you have a guy like Tank Davis and a guy like Lamont Roach. Who's the superstar? Tank Davis is. And again, we know there's stuff that happens in boxing. But, I just think right now, so we can just cut out all the corruption and the secret society and Gervonta being the A side and he's got to win no matter what. And the fact that he told Lamont Roach that shit is crazy, that you'll never win. I think the right thing to do is to come and make Lamont Roach the winner. Now, Paulie Malinaggi was out here complaining. And he was saying it's not even about Lamont Roach not doing enough to take the belt from the champion. He said he felt Lamont Roach did enough to take the belt. He's like, but that's not what it's about. In boxing, he's like, more times than not, and I'm paraphrasing, it's not about a fighter taking the belt from the champion. He's like, it's about who they want to win. Now, I say secret society, but that's what Paulie Malinaggi is applying. So it's about who the secret society wants to win the fight. And he went on to say, it's like when I fought Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner didn't do enough to take the belt from me, but he's the one they wanted to win, so he won. Now to that I say, in the most respectful way, Paulie Malinaggi, easy, hold your horses, and stop taking it to the stupid. How the hell you make this shit about you? Let me tell you something. Paulie Malinaggi did not beat Adrian Broner. So Paulie Malinaggi, he can stop taking it to the goddamn stupid. Adrian Broner beat Paulie Malinaggi more decisively than Lamont Roach beat Tank Davis. Okay? So let's just make sure we frame that conversation correctly. What did Paulie make it interesting? Yeah, he didn't get knocked out. He got hit with some bing, some hard shots. But he made it to the finish line, but he did not do enough to get the win over Adrian Broner. Lamont Roach did, far better and made that fight way more competitive. Even you look at the punches thrown, punches landed were very damn near the same, but Roach threw more shots, and his shots had more of an impact on Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis didn't look comfortable. Lamont Roach looked comfortable. Paulie Malinaggi did not look comfortable with Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner looked comfortable. So to me, Paulie Malinaggi needs to chill out, man. And we know with boxing, there's just a complex nature to the sport. And there are always going to be, there always has been ongoing challenges, man. But the bottom line is, they need to figure this shit out, man. And maybe Turkey al-Sheikh, because when Turkey's in the house, every day is Thanksgiving. Maybe he can figure out a way to ensure fair and transparent outcomes, especially with all his efforts in boxing and with the new boxing league and everything else. Maybe he can do that. But the bottom line, if you ask Hood Champion, after I've sat here and allowed this to digest and really listen to what people are saying and just and based on just how I feel that the WBA is going to make a decision probably next week during spring break. And I think Gervonta Davis is going to have a bad spring break because it's the right thing to do. You don't just have a rematch. Okay, but have the rematch with Lamont Roach as a champion. Okay? It is what it is, the right thing to do. But if they don't, well, Secret Society's in full EFFECT. Y'all keep cool in the breeze.